Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, depending on where you are joining us from. Thanks so much for coming along to our Minecraft Education Frozen Planet activity. My name's Stephen Payne, and I'm going to talk you through what we're going to do today, and I am joined by some colleagues as well, so we're going to have an absolutely amazing time today. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that I'm working on today, and I'm joining you from the land of the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, and I pay my respect to their elders past and present. I am here in Western Australia, and I am also joined by my friend and colleague, Amanda Frampton, who works with Microsoft in Queensland. Are you there at the moment, Amanda? Maybe not. She'll join us in a moment. But Amanda's got some students with her today who are going to help us run today's workshop. So we'll be hearing from Amanda a little bit later on today. So I'd first of all like to thank the Minecraft education team for making these amazing worlds available to us. There are a whole range of Minecraft worlds to go along with the Frozen Planet TV series, and I'll show you where you can get those worlds and access the TV show in Australia and New Zealand. It's now live in those countries as well as in other places around the world. So if you haven't used the Microsoft Teams live event before, there's a couple of things that I think are really useful to know. First of all, if you press the Q&A button in the corner, you're able to ask questions, but also answer questions. So during today, I'm going to be asking some questions, and I'd love for you to share your answers with us. And whether you're a teacher or a student or just working at home, you can play along and answer questions as we go along. But also, if you've got any issues or things aren't working, we'll try and sort those out as well. So you just click Q&A and you can ask a question there. No one will see your name if you post as anonymous. So if you want to keep your name secure, just post as anonymous and we'll just see that someone's asked a question. We won't know who it is. Also, at any time, you can pause the recording. So this is particularly useful if you're joining live. Maybe I go too fast, or maybe you want to get all the students to the right place. You can just pause the recording and play when you're ready to go. You can go backwards and forwards through the recording whenever you need. We will also make this recording available on the Minecraft Education channel at the end of the session. So the key thing here is press play, pause, you can rewind, fast forward whenever you need to during today's session. Excellent. So what are we going to learn today? We are going to play in Minecraft, but we're actually going to take the place of a polar bear, a killer whale, and a Lapland bumblebee. So hopefully we'll be able to get through all three of those activities today. We're going to look at how adaptation works in animals in frozen areas, and particularly those extreme conditions. What are the animals doing? How are they eating? How are they living in those worlds? And we're also going to talk a little bit about climate change and what we can do about saving some of these wonderful animals. So that's the aim for today. What I'd love you to do, first of all, just so I know that I'm not talking to my computer, is can you just let me know where you are joining us from today? So please click the Q&A button and maybe just tell us the country or the state or the school that you're joining us from. We'd love to give a shout out to you as we go through today's activities. So just click Q&A and just say where you're from and just say hi. Always nice to know who's joining us. Excellent. So we're going to watch a short little video just to set the scene. I think some of the graphics in this in these worlds that we're going to explore are the best I've seen in Minecraft. So we'll just watch a very short video and then we'll get ready to go. Okay. Excellent. So that's shown us some of the things that we're going to look at today. And what I'm going to do to start with is just kind of set the scene a little bit, and then we will go on and try these activities. So just before we do, I'd like to just give a shout out to some of the people that are joining us today. We've got quite a lot of people joining us. We've got some people joining us from India. Hello, India. We've got people joining us from Mountain Creek State High School on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. We've got Jubilee Primary in Pacific Pines, Year 4. We've got Banyo in Queensland, Villanova College in Brisbane, South Australia, Hamley Bridge. We've got Rick from Perth in Western Australia, and more people from Year 5 at Villanova. So loads and loads and loads of people, and I'm sure some people will join us as we go through today as well. So the first character we're going to meet today is the polar bear. So I thought before we go into the Minecraft world, we'll just see what you know about polar bears already, and then we'll go in and explore what it's like to be a polar bear. And in this game, we actually get to play as the polar bear. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to put a few questions up, and I'd love for you to type those answers into the chat, or get your teacher to type those into the chat, and we'll see if we can find out a lot about a polar bear before we get started. So this is the polar bear. And this is actually a still from one of the TV programs from the Frozen Planet, and it's just a beautiful animal. So just looking at the polar bear there, I reckon some people will know some facts. So I'm going to ask some questions, and if you know the answer to any of these questions, just type it into the chat, and we'll see what we can find out about polar bears. So what is the polar bear? What type of animal is it?
So Stephen, hi Stephen. I'm joining here from Mountain Creek High School, and I've got 17 girls with me today, and we're celebrating Girls in ICT Day, which is really exciting. So I think I've got an answer to what group of animals the polar bear comes from. Girls, can you shout it out? Anyone got an idea? Mammals! Yay! They're shouting out mammals.
I love it. I love it. And you've got a microphone as well, so I managed to just hear that. That's amazing. So yep, a polar bear is a mammal. Do we know where the polar bear lives? Is it somewhere warm or somewhere cold?
Cold? What's the area, do you reckon? Yell it out. Arctic. We've got Arctic coming in from the girls at Mountain Creek State High today. Would that be correct?
So these are the facts that I found. It's the largest bear, the polar bear. It's carnivorous, so it eats animals, and it has cubs in the winter, and quite often they are twins. It lives in the North Pole, exactly right, at the Arctic Ocean, and it actually lives on the sea ice. So I think that's really, really useful to know. It actually lives on the sea ice, and that's why they are kind of endangered, because the ice is melting away and there's less places for them to live. So what I'd love to know now is, what does the polar bear look like? How can we describe it? What features does it have?
White fur we're getting over here at Mountain Creek. Anything else? Big, yeah, big. And does anyone know what's special about the polar bear's skin underneath the white fur? It's black. Why is it black? Yeah, to keep the heat in. So there you go, Stephen. I'm not sure if you heard that, but we're having a discussion here.
I heard all of that, and it's brilliant. And I've actually got some facts about the actual dimensions of a polar bear, and it's absolutely amazing. They have 2 layers of fur. It's not actually white fur. It actually doesn't have a color, but it's reflected so that it looks white. They can be up to 3 meters or 10 feet tall, and up to 600 kilograms. That's like so many more times the size of a human in weight. So really, really, really big animals. And then let's see if we can guess what the polar bear eats, and then we'll go and actually do an activity with them. So I've got 4L at Jubilee Primary, says they eat seals and fish. Fantastic. And what I found in my research was that they don't have any predators where they live, and they eat mainly seals and fish, and they hunt by smell. Polar bears have a really good sense of smell, so they actually hunt by smelling. So excellent. There's some really good answers. I didn't get through to everyone, but thanks to Amanda and her superstar girls in Queensland, and thanks to Jubilee Primary as well. We've got some great information to be getting on with. And as ever, if I say something wrong, I'm not an expert on polar bears. Feel free to correct me as well. So we're going to actually use a world today called Frozen Worlds. So I'm going to show you how you get Frozen Worlds on Minecraft Education Edition. So you need to have the Minecraft Education Edition installed on your computer or tablet. And then when you launch Minecraft Education Edition, there are two ways you can get to the Frozen Worlds. You can either go to the library, so click play, go to the library and type in Frozen Worlds in the search. And then you'll see a whole bunch of worlds come up. The first one should be Frozen Worlds, or you can actually browse the subject kits. So I'm actually going to show you that live. And then we'll try the activity. Okay, so I've got Minecraft installed. Here we go. And like I said, you can go to the library and search for Frozen Worlds, or you can browse for it, and you can also, I'm just going to put this in the chat. If a teacher wants to get a direct link to that world, you can click the link I've put in the Q&A, and you'll be able to see that. So here I am in Minecraft Education Edition. Oh look, there's frogs now in Minecraft. Mine's just updated to the latest version. Excellent. So I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to go into the library, and either I can search there for Frozen Worlds, or I can go into the subject kits and search for climate and sustainability, and then scroll down to Frozen Planet 2, and the one we're looking for is Frozen Worlds, and we've got bees, polar bears and orcas. Fantastic. So I'm going to, oh look, 157 megabytes. That's pretty big. So what that means to me is when I see a world that's pretty big in Minecraft, it means there's loads of really exciting things to see. So that might take a little while to create. You might want to, once the world has loaded, just check that everyone in your class or wherever you're joining from has got it ready, and then we'll go through the world together. So just while that's loading, I'm just going to put a link in the Q&A that teachers might want to access as well. This is actually a lesson plan, and we'll be going more or less through this activity today, but there's some really great activities you can do outside of Minecraft as well. So I've just shared that in the chat, Frozen Worlds lesson, and you can refer back to that and get access to lots of other resources as well. So this is just loading. As I said, it's quite a big one to get started with, and then we can get on and explore the Frozen Worlds. I do like when you're loading these large worlds that they gives you interesting facts and things to try as you as it's loading. So I can find related lessons by clicking on tags in the library. Didn't know about that. I can turn down the render distance in settings if the game's moving slowly. I can use the library to find new game worlds. So it's really great, particularly if you're new to Minecraft education. It gives you lots of interesting facts and tips as the game is loading. How's it going in Queensland, Amanda? Have you managed to get it loaded? No, we can't actually hear you. Sorry, at the moment.
We're all in the world, which is exciting.
Brilliant.
Can you hear me now?
Absolutely, yeah. It looks like I'm almost there.
Yeah, no worries. And I actually, we were just talking because some of the girls in the class are grade 7 and grade 8, and they haven't played Minecraft for a while. And girls, what was the comment when I said, have you seen a Minecraft world like this before? That you just sort of said, no, not really. So they're pretty impressed with the graphics and the way that the world looks. So it's exciting.
Okay, let's give it a go. So this is me. And one thing you might want to do, if it's the first time you played it, it might pop up on the screen that you need to switch to first person view. So you actually have different views in Minecraft. So you can just pause the game, go to settings, and one of the settings is video. And you can change from third person to first person and back again. So we will change that. We might need to change that a couple of times during the game, but I'm just going to third person is where you can kind of see over the shoulder, and I'm going to right click to go through the door. So you might want to play along with me. And here we go. I'm just going to.
Stephen, I was just going to say too, you can also use F5 to toggle between views. So if you're on a Windows PC, you can use F5 to toggle between the views as well.
Brilliant. Oh, so here we go. We've got some awesome graphics happening now. So I'm trying to move around, but it won't let me. I think it wants to tell me something.
In winter, at the top of the planet, lies an icy wilderness, not of land, but of frozen water, the Arctic Ocean. Its surface forms an almost solid platform that is bigger than the whole of the United States. Its presence and condition dominates the lives of all the many and varied animals. To survive here, life must adapt to this world that alternates between ice and water. A newly emerged polar bear mother encourages her cubs to take their first tentative steps on the sea ice.
Wow! So we had David Attenborough introducing us to this activity. Welcome to the polar bear game. You have to guide your cubs. I guess to that big beacon in the sky. You will encounter male bears that will try to attack your cubs. Press hit to scare them, and your cubs aren't as fast as you in the water. Guide them over the ice instead. Press jump to call them. So on a laptop, I guess if I press space, then my cubs come towards me. Okay. So I'm going to walk towards that beacon, but my cubs don't always follow me. So I've got to press space. Oh, here we go. Oh, they went in the water. So I've got to keep them close to me so they don't go in the water. Here we go. I'm going to try this again. If you've managed to try this, maybe you can let me know how you did in the chat, but I'm going to concentrate really hard now. So I'm going to press, oh, your cubs were attacked. That's the other thing I didn't do. I've got to press hit or the left mouse click to stop my. Oh, there's. Wow. That's me as the mother polar bear. I'm scaring the male away and protecting my cubs by left clicking. Okay, now I can bring my cubs to me. And try and continue on. Here we go. I'm just going to pause, press space to bring them to me. This is quite terrifying. Here, oh, I think I'm getting the hang of this. Oh, I see more male bears over there, and I don't want to avoid the water. I'm concentrating really hard here. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. W for forward. Just at any time, just a reminder, if you press H, it shows you the keys if you forget them. H to hide and show the shortcut keys. Okay. Yeah, I want to scare that male away. Bring the cubs to me. It's quicker than I am at doing this. I'm just trying to be really careful here. Too many males around. Look at this. Go this way. Oh! My cubs were attacked. I was so close. I'm just going to pause there for a moment and see how we're doing in the with the other ones. Yeah, I think everyone's busy playing. Yeah, it looks like there's a couple of people with problems. I'm sorry that if you've got problems, it might be worth just pausing the game and trying again. Maybe come back to it another day if it continues. Sorry about that. It's not ideal, but hopefully we can. Maybe you could just watch along and then try it yourself another time. Okay, I'm going to see if I can. I'll give this one last try. I did actually record this yesterday. I'm going to give it one last try. Okay, here we go. I think we know the idea. It's just this. Got to keep. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, my cubs were attacked. Okay, I'm going to pause that there. Excellent. One last try, and then I'll revert back to my video recording. I think.
So, Stephen, a shout out to you for, all that roaring that you're doing to get past those male polar bears. We're having the same challenge here. Some of the ladies have cruised past, and others are quite challenging, I think, to scare these male polar bears off.
Yeah, it's really challenging, especially when you've got a couple coming at different directions. And also you've got to remember to press space to keep the cubs with you, or
yeah, don't leave those babies behind, right?
Yeah, I think I've left them behind. You've got to be. I went so fast that they couldn't even keep up with me, but they are so cute. That's why I really want to protect them. Okay, I think I've nearly done it. Oh, here we go. One little cub, and the second little cub's coming. So do you remember earlier I said that that cubs, polar bear cubs, are often twins? I reckon these are twins. They look so. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, look, they're so happy to reach the hunting ground. Wow. I've got a camera and a journal. If you want to make sure you get to the end of the polar bear game and get to the hunting ground, you might want to just pause now. You can pause the video and then come back, but I'm going to go to first person view. I'm going to try hitting F5. Oh, that's the rear view. Oh, that's first person view. Thanks for the tip, Amanda. That's going to save seconds off every game now. Okay. So I've got to go and find some things to take photos of. Don't get too close to the animals or you may scare them off. Okay, so I need to press 3 to get the camera. That's a very cool camera. Better than the usual one in Minecraft. I just love the new journal entry. Climate change is causing Arctic sea ice to disappear more rapidly and more extensively in summer. This leaves polar bears with nowhere to hunt for the seals. Hungry polar bears are coming inland and they raid human landfill sites. Oh, wow. That's no good. But I just love exploring the whole terrain that's been built for this activity. I think it's beautiful. Let's go and see what else I can find. Oh, I guess that's where the fishermen or the researchers will live. So I'm just following these bouncing turquoise diamonds. I reckon that's a clue as to where there might be things worth photographing. Ah, there's something. What's that? Walruses are very heavy, sometimes weighing up to 1,500 kilos. Getting up a hill requires a lot of energy, but downhill they can take advantage of gravity and their rounded body shape. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be sitting on a hill when a walrus comes gliding down. Okay, I guess there's still something else to photograph. Might be a seal. Let's have a look. Oh, it's my cubs. I don't want to get too close. There we go. You finished all the research tasks. Congratulations. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to third-person view.
At the far south of our planet lies the most hostile of the Earth's frozen lands. Antarctica. Here, temperatures can fall to below -80 degrees Celsius. Its icy centre is almost devoid of life. The wealth of life found around Antarctica's lonely islands is evidence of the richness of the waters that surround them. The Southern Ocean. Killer whales are among the most intelligent of all non-human predators. But each member of this pod needs to eat seal a day, so the pressure is on to feed. They're led by a matriarch who knows exactly what to do.
Welcome to the killer whale game. Your task is to hunt weddell seeds for food. It's not an easy task though. You'll need the help of your pod to knock the seal off the ice. Swim through the rings to gather the other whales. After gathering enough whales, you'll see a bar in front of you. When the selector is on green, press jump. It's time limited, so don't hesitate. Okay, what I'm going to do is go through this activity, and then I've got some questions about the killer whale that I'd love to put to you, Amanda, in your class. Let's see what we know about killer whales, especially after we've done this activity. How does that sound? Oh, that's so cute. I go through the ring and then I get a friend to join me in my pod. Hey! Oh, this is beautiful. So I think I'm pressing W to swim forward, and then I'm just kind of pointing using my mouse to point towards the ring. So now I've got 4 in my pod. I'm the matriarch, or the mother orca. Oh, and now I've got to press jump when it's on green. And what happens now? Oh, so there's the pod swimming along. And we've knocked off the seal for our food. Ah, now we need to be a bit more exact. Here we go. Oh, I've got the hang of this. I've got my friendly orcas or killer whales. While I don't think they swim through rings, I think the idea that they definitely hunt in pods. Am I on the green? Hopefully I'm just on the green. We'll find out if the seal tips off. Oh, just on the green. I think there's a third and final round now. So I'm a lone orca, but I want my pod. Here we go. Great. There we go. Over there. Very relaxing. Did I miss it? Oh, no. I might have missed the green. It was going so fast and it was so small. Oh, I must have just hit the edge of the green. Wow. What I'm going to do, I've got another camera and journal, but I'm just going to pause there, and I'm going to check back in with my friends in Queensland. So we've done the polar bears, fantastic. I didn't need to go to my video in the end. Here we go. Let's see what we know about the killer whale. So just like we did with the polar bear, do we know what the killer whale is? Where does it live? What does it look like? And what does it eat? So we were in the Arctic for the polar bear, and I think we've gone down to Antarctica for the killer whale. So if you know the answers to any of these, or you've got an idea, particularly after what we've just gone through, feel free to type that into the Q&A. What do we think with your students, Amanda? Oh, not there? Maybe they're busy swimming through the ocean. I'll try once more. Are you there, Amanda?
I am here, Stephen. The girls are blitzing this. It's very, very exciting. They have taken all their pictures and saved the polar bears, which is exciting, and they're having a play. I think we went into the wrong world, so they're playing with walruses, but that's okay. Oh, wow. Because there's more Frozen Planet worlds out there, right, that you could try with your students.
Absolutely. So do you want to try these questions?
Yeah, sure. Hang on 2 secs.
Okay. I'm just wondering if they've been looking at walruses, they may not know too much about killer whales or orcas, but let's see what we can find out.
Do you know the other name for killer whales? Orcas, yes. We are in Queensland. We do have a few wildlife aquariums around, so their knowledge is pretty good. So what family do the killer whales belong to? Mammal as well. Yeah, they are mammals. What information do you have there about what is the killer whale, Stephen?
Well, in my research, I found out that it's also called the orca. It's the largest of the dolphins, which is a mammal. It's warm-blooded, and they actually live in pods, groups of whales, for up to 90 years.
Wow, that's a really long life expectancy. 90 years. That's a long
time. Now, where they live, this is really interesting. We know one place because David Attenborough just told us.
Where else does the killer whale live, ladies? Cold water?
Apart from humans, it's the most widely distributed mammal in the world, and you can find them in most oceans, but they love the habitat around Antarctica, so that's where you'll find many of them, in Antarctica. Now,
maybe we could get anyone that's online to put their answers into the Q&A if they know the answer to the next one. Stephen, what does the killer whale look like?
I know what it looks like in Minecraft, but I think it's I know that they're really big. The males are the biggest, and they can be up to 10 meters long, which is pretty awesome. And the largest one ever weighed much, much more than a polar bear. You won't believe how big, or maybe you can be. Look at this, up to 10,000 kilograms. 10 tons for a killer whale. That's amazing. They have sharp cone-shaped teeth that help them with their eating, and their fin, which helps them swim, can be up to 2 meters long. Now, here's one for you, Amanda. What do they have on the top of their head?
Killer whales have on the top of their head, guys. Oh, the top of their head? Blowhole. Yep.
That's it. They have a.
We had dorsal fin, and then I said head, and they said blowhole. So
that's it. That's it. It can. Yeah, that's how they actually. What do they do it? What do they do with it? It helps them to inhale air when they're swimming and jumping. Yeah.
Holding their breath and everything.
We talked about what they eat, all sorts of things. Whales, they eat other whales, seals, fish, and penguins. They are the top of the food chain in their ecosystem, so they don't really have any predators. So there are loads of activities there. Fantastic. So that is the killer whale. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the world and take all my photos, and then I've got one more activity to do. So thanks so much for joining us, Amanda. I think you got to go off now.
Yes, I do. So all the girls here have been flying through these activities, and they're just putting together their journal and reaching the end of the challenge. So I'm going to go and have a debrief with them about this activity. But thank you so much for having us as part of this Frozen Planet launch. So exciting. And good luck with the rest of the session. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Amanda, and thanks to all the students from Mountain Creek State High School joining us today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye. See you later. Bye.
Okay, I'm going back to the world now, and I'm going to switch to first person view, and I've just done the killer whale activity. So now I'm going to switch to first person view. Oh, Minecraft seems to have come to a halt, but we'll figure that out in a moment. That's what happens when you switch from one program to another, but never mind, we'll figure this out. For the best possible experience, switch to first person view. I'm pressing buttons and it doesn't seem to be letting me switch to first person view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart Minecraft. And what I'll do while I'm restarting Minecraft is I'll just introduce the next session. So next, we've done the whale activity. Next, we're going to look at the Lapland bumblebee. So it's amazing. You don't always think of a bumblebee being an animal associated with frozen worlds or the frozen planet, but we're going to explore some of the things to do with the Lapland bumblebee in a moment. You may, oh look, there's the Lapland bumblebee. You may know a little bit about it already, but I'm just going to leave these questions up here while I attempt to restart Minecraft, and then we'll all join at the same place. So maybe you can have a think about that while I restart. I'm just going to see if it's saved my position from last time. Just while that's loading, we'll learn a little bit about the Lapland bumblebee, and then we'll go and explore life as a Lapland bumblebee. So, what have I found out? There are over 250 species of bumblebee. And just like all bumblebees, the hair on the bumblebee collects the pollen, and the pollination helps the plants reproduce. The Lapland bumblebee actually lives below the Arctic region in the cold taiga and tundra region. You might want to go and explore that on a map. I should have put a picture of a map in, but I haven't got that. It's actually cold-blooded, so it really struggles in the cold, but it's got this really clever way of vibrating so that it heats itself up. It can't regulate its temperature like some animals, but it vibrates its muscles, and that is what keeps it warm. So what does it look like? It's got a very hairy body, and the body, you'll know from other insects, is made of the head, the thorax, and the abdomen, and it's got a hard exoskeleton. So that actually protects all its insides, that does all its work. And the colour pattern of the different bees help identify the species, and we'll see in a moment what the Lapland bumblebee looks like. And what does it eat? Well, it eats the nectar and pollen of plants, for example, willows, berries, and wildflowers, and they actually feed and pollinate at the same time. So what we're going to do now, hopefully, is finish off the killer whale task, and then we'll get back to the oh, there we go, that's the right view. So we'll finish off this task. This is where I've got to go and take some photos. Where's the oh, there's the 3 areas. So I'm going to go and take some photos, and then I'll move on to the bumblebee task. Okay. I'm just following the bouncing turquoise diamonds as before. What's that over there? I'm not a very good swimmer. Let's get to the dry land. Oh, it's worth it. What have we got? Looks like a penguin, but something else as well. I think that looks like an orca. Is that an orca? Let's have a look. Yes, it's the killer whale. The seals are a major source of fat. The population is finding new food sources like crab-eater seals and leopard seals, and the occasional penguin. Okay. Wow, beautiful animals. Let's see what else we can find. I think we've got to go over the water again. I'm faster on land. If I were a whale or a dolphin, I'd go in the water. But as a human explorer, I'm going to go via land. What's this one? The chinstrap penguin. Due to climate change, more of the snow and ice in Antarctica melts. This causes meltwater, which then floods the nests of chinstrap penguins. The feathers of the chicks are not waterproof, which leads to a lot of the chicks dying. Oh, that's so sad. Mustn't get too close, so I've got to go around the outside here. Is that a walrus? or seal. I can't tell what that is. What's it? Oh, I didn't see what that was. Anyway, I'm going on to the next task now.
But several thousands of miles further north, in the tundra, the spring thaw is only just beginning. When it does, under 24-hour daylight, its impact is even more extreme. 5 million square miles of snow disappear in a matter of days. Ten centimeters beneath the surface of the ground, a snow queen is waiting to make her appearance. A Lapland bumblebee. She's barely alive. All the other members of her colony were killed by the cold. She survived, as bumblebee queens do, thanks to her larger size, her particularly thick fur, and a natural antifreeze that she has in her body. As temperatures continue to rise, she begins to thaw. She vibrates her flight muscles, which raises her body temperature to over 30 degrees Celsius in just 6 minutes. There is no time to lose. She must now create an entire colony. First, a queen must find a drink of nectar to regain her strength.
Ah, so we've got another mini game. Nectar needed 20. Keep your eggs from freezing in the cold for 3 minutes. So there are my eggs. So by pressing space, that keeps them warm. And now I've got to go out here and get some nectar. But I've got 3 minutes to do it in. Okay, so there's some nectar. How do I go down? I think I just drop down. 1 nectar. Still need 19. Okay. Oh, over here. The temperature for your eggs is low. Go warm them up. Oh dear. So I've got to go back to my eggs, which are down here. Nearly lost my bearings. Ah, it wasn't quick enough to get back. Wow. This is it. Looks. You got to have your wits around you. You've got 3 minutes, and I need 20. Keep an eye on the temperature bar. Okay. Let me go a different direction. Let me go this way. Hover just above so I'm collecting the nectar as a Lapland bee and the queen bee. Let's go and warm up my eggs. Still need 12 nectar though. Here we go. Wow. This is a beautiful game. Here we go. Temperature for your eggs is too low. Ah! 1 minute 12, and I still need 11 nectar. Let's see if I can do this. Fly into my underground cave. Oh! I didn't get there in time. Okay. Almost. Well, not even almost. Halfway I got. What I'm going to do is I'll leave this for you to explore. You can see there's a lot of nectar out there, so it's just a question of making sure you get 20 nectar, but also gathering enough to refill your nectar bar. I failed there, but I managed to do it yesterday. So what I'll do is I'll leave that task for you to do. And when you have managed to do that task, I'll just go through the last few bits of the activity. So we've gone through all that. I'll just play this short video that shows you what happens when you've actually completed the task. So here I've got enough nectar, and I just need to go back to my home, and then that's it. And it's worth it because you get all these really cute little baby Lapland bees coming out of the eggs. So definitely worth giving it a few tries. And then just as before with the other activities, we go into the camera and journal. So we go and explore the Siberian tiger. We go and look at the erosion. So the melting of the permafrost is giving changes to the landscape. Ice is mounting. And the Amur leopard, is that how you pronounce it? One of the rarest big cats on Earth due to the loss of habitat. So we go and take our different animals, but some animals are so hard to find, you've got to actually place the camera and come back later. So you actually leave the camera out in the field. And this is what a lot of documentary makers and photographers will do. And it's not until you've actually left that and come back that you actually get the photo that you were after. So that's a really useful little tip. You've gathered all the research material. Can you give it to me? Did you know the world is now 1.2 degrees warmer than it was in the 19th century? The amount of carbon dioxide has risen by 50%. Wow. Let's work together to help save these amazing animals. Congratulations on completing Frozen Planet 2 Frozen Worlds. Take a picture of this screen to share with your friends. Excellent. I will now go and explore the other Frozen Planet worlds. There's 5 altogether. Fantastic. So I wonder if you managed to complete all those 3 tasks. Definitely the bee one was the hardest. I couldn't even do that one live for you. And we talked about the Lapland Bumblebee, which is fantastic. Now, one final question for you. What would happen if there were no bees in the world? Got a couple of answers coming through. I'll leave you to discuss that with your friends and teachers. And then we're just going to finish very shortly. So I'd like to know, what was your favourite activity today? And what did you learn from that activity? What will happen if climate change continues? And what can you do to help protect the habitat of animals living in the frozen parts of our planet? So there's a few questions there for you to think about. Okay. And what I'm going to do to finish off is just show you where you can find out a bit more information about what we've been doing today. So this is the Minecraft Education Frozen Planet Worlds. There are actually 5 altogether. Today we've been looking at lesson 4, the Frozen Worlds, the one with the Lapland, Bumblebee, the polar bear and the killer whale. There's actually 4 more, 5 altogether, including this one: Frozen Ocean, Frozen Peaks, Frozen Lands, Frozen Worlds, and Frozen South. And if you want to go and access those, I've put the link. I'm just about to put the link into the chat for you. But you can access all of the resources from this world here, from this link I put into the chat that's at the bottom of the screen. And you can also just search for Frozen Planet or Frozen inside the library, and you'll be able to get to one of those activities. So today we've played as the polar bear, the orca and the Lapland bumblebee, but you will actually get to play as a leopard, as a walrus, as a penguin, as an eagle. So lots of really great things to explore and learn all about our frozen areas on Earth. Obviously we're in a Minecraft world, but this is all real. This is all based on what's actually out there in the frozen areas of the world. And there's currently a TV show that you can watch called Frozen Planet 2, created by BBC Earth. So originally shown in the UK on the BBC, but you can now access it in Australia it's on Channel 9 on Tuesdays at 8:50. I think that's Eastern time, and you can watch it on 9 Now catch up on demand. And in New Zealand, it's on TVNZ Plus. So I will put those links in the chat. So we've obviously gone through this fairly quickly and looked at a couple of areas. But if you want to go and find out more detail and see some of the wonderful cinematography and pictures coming from all of these different areas, you can go and check out those links I've just shared in the chat. So thanks so much for coming along today. I want to just say thank you for all the great work that you've done. I haven't been able to share all of the questions and answers that have come through, but it's been a really great interactive experience. I've really enjoyed going through these worlds. Even if I didn't quite manage the Bumblebee world live, I definitely enjoyed it. I know there's a lot more to explore in the Minecraft Education Frozen Planet series. So I'm off to go and find another world to explore. I'd like to say thank you for coming along and see you next time. Thanks, everybody.